Hello and welcome to Esports Marketing Explained. This module will provide a foundation for how to think about esports-related marketing and advertising. Let's start with a brief definition from ChatGPT. Esports, short for electronic sports, refers to organized competitive video gaming where individuals or teams compete against each other in various video games. Said differently, esports is an umbrella term for multiple competitive video game behaviors, the same way that sports is an umbrella term for a variety of competitive physical games. Along those lines, let's introduce the esports pyramid model. The bottom layer, illustrated in red, represents any form of video game experience that facilitates some form of competition. This typically takes shape as in-game features like winning, losing, scoring, and so forth. The middle layer stands for organized, structured competition around gameplay. This includes organized leagues, tournaments, rankings, etc. The top layer, shown in yellow, represents professional competition marked by standards and integrity. This is typically called professional gaming since it is where participants can pursue paid occupations associated with competition. Even though viewership is a prominent media behavior at the top of the esports pyramid, where viewing audiences consume hundreds of millions of hours of professional esports content yearly, esports is much bigger than any single media behavior, such that esports marketing encompasses tapping into behaviors related to any of those three layers. In other words, esports is inclusive of many different forms of competitive gaming. So, your focus as a marketer should be on which form of competition fits your intended actions, as opposed to what is the most popular. It's also important to realize that while the most prominent examples of esports are professionalized, most competitive gaming occurs below the professional level. Now, let's define esports marketing as any exercise that taps into existing or creates new competitive game experience touchpoints. This definition also clarifies that esports marketing is simply a competitively focused form of gaming marketing. To illustrate what esports marketing looks like in practice, let's explore 3 brand activations from fast casual restaurant Chipotle. In April 2024, Chipotle announced a series of activations executed by RevXP. The activations were tied to Chipotle's official partnership with Tekken 8, a fighting game published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. For those who don't know, Tekken is a fighting game franchise that started in the arcades. The series is one of the top 3 best-selling fighting game franchises, having sold more than 57 million units worldwide. One activation allowed players to earn Tekken coins, the game's virtual currency, when they order through the Chipotle app or website using a promo code inspired by the game's Electric Wind Godfist move. In addition to gaining in-game currency by ordering food, the promotion also empowered players to earn branded items by defeating an AI-controlled character in competitive gameplay. To weave its brand into competitive gaming rituals, Chipotle tapped into touchpoints in Tekken's playable experience, where that exercise is, in fact, a form of esports marketing. Since those Tekken touchpoints are competition-oriented, the 2024 edition of Chipotle's signature esports competition, called the Chipotle Challenger Series, was hosted in partnership with Sony Interactive Entertainment. It was the first ever branded tournament on the PlayStation Tournaments platform and featured Tekken 8 as its title game. The 2 winners of the Chipotle Challengers Series Grand Finals received free Chipotle for a year, a trip to EVO 2024 in Las Vegas, a share of $20,000 cash prizing, and more. Meanwhile, all eligible competitors earned free chips and guac from Chipotle. Chipotle Challenger Series introduces these touchpoints to an organized competitive Tekken experience to amplify its commitment to the fighting gaming community, FGC. Once again, this esports activation did not revolve around media behaviors like viewership. Instead, it was about creating a branded competitive game space relevant to Tekken players and fans. Since, by providing real value through and an exclusive experience within that space, Chipotle strengthens its connection with target audiences within the FGC and the wider gaming community. Every year, the fighting game community, FGC, comes together at EVO, the world's premier fighting game tournament. Held from July 19th through the 21st at the Las Vegas Convention Center, EVO 2024 saw a record-breaking 10,240 individual players attend and compete across 8 game titles. Among that number, the best professional gamers in the FGC attended for a chance to be crowned champion. EVO is an example of the top level of the esports pyramid, where the best of the best compete to be crowned champion. At EVO, Chipotle sponsored a lounge where attendees could participate in Tekken 8 tournaments, win custom Chipotle sling bags, and relax in a comfortable environment. The Chipotle Community Lounge, as it was called, became a hub for engagement, connection, and cultural exchange. EVO is both a community gathering and a premier global competition, where, in addition to on-site brand presence, Chipotle's partnership delivered visibility across a 3-day event that generated 6.88 million hours watched, according to esports charts. To recap, we established that esports marketing is any exercise that taps into existing or creates new competitive game experience touchpoints. This definition clarifies that esports marketing is simply a competitively focused form of gaming marketing. We also introduced the esports pyramid. This model categorizes esports into 3 different layers. The bottom layer, shown in red, represents any game experience with competitive features. The middle layer represents organized, structured competitions around gameplay. The top layer is where competition is professionalized at the highest level, where the touchpoints central to esports marketing exist within any of those layers. Likewise, we reviewed 3 Chipotle activations. Chipotle's in-game rewards tapped into competitive features native to Tekken 8, such as 1-versus-1 fighting battles. This strategy is based in the first layer of the esports pyramid. The Chipotle Challenger Series was a tournament organized around Tekken 8 gameplay, which is based in the second layer. Chipotle's EVO partnership tapped into professionalized competition, defined by gamers vying to be crowned the best of the best, where title sponsorship of as well as on-site brand presence at EVO 2024 was a vehicle for connecting with fans of professional competitive gaming. These activations demonstrated how to effectively utilize different forms of competition to connect with gaming audiences. They did so by weaving the Chipotle brand into touchpoints within and beyond competitive gameplay, where the result was added value to experiences core to the fighting game community and, ultimately, brand love for Chipotle. This concludes the Esports Marketing Explained module. Please stay tuned for more learning content from the Gaming Marketing Institute. Once again, thank you and goodbye.